A silent threat is quietly undermining your vitality, draining your energy, and prematurely aging your body without you even realizing it. You've probably witnessed it. Some individuals radiate health, remaining sharp, energetic, and vibrant well into their 80s and 90s, while others are caught in a relentless cycle of fatigue, recurring infections, and a noticeable decline in their overall well-being. What if this stark contrast isn't simply a matter of luck, an inherited genetic lottery win, or the passage of time? What if the profound difference between these two life experiences hinges on something far more fundamental, something as surprisingly simple as the everyday habits you practice or unknowingly neglect in caring for your own body? Most of us adhere to the same basic hygiene routines we've maintained for decades: a quick shower, brushing our teeth, perhaps a dab of lotion, and a confident assumption that we're doing everything perfectly to safeguard our health. Yet, a startling truth reveals itself, backed by emerging research. There are 5 commonly overlooked parts of your body that most people, particularly as they mature, are not cleaning adequately. And understanding why this oversight is so critical could genuinely transform your life. Neglecting these crucial areas doesn't just lead to minor discomfort, it can pave the way for serious systemic health issues. We're talking about everything from pervasive chronic inflammation that silently damages your tissues to recurrent infections that steadily weaken your body's natural immune defenses. Astonishing new studies are even drawing direct links between poor hygiene in these specific zones and the increased risks of heart disease, serious complications from diabetes, and even a measurable decline in cognitive function over time. The truly remarkable news, however, is that rectifying these oversights requires just a few minutes of intentional care each day. This small investment can yield monumental returns, dramatically boosting your energy levels, enhancing your body's circulation, and potentially even adding years of vibrant, healthy life to your journey. The profound impact of these hidden hygiene mistakes never truly dawned on me until I had an eye-opening conversation with Dr. Emma Harris, a distinguished geriatric specialist who has dedicated over 30 years to working with older adults. What she shared completely rewired my understanding of personal hygiene, revealing dimensions of self-care I had never considered. So today, I'm going to pull back the curtain on these 5 often ignored body parts. I'll explain precisely why giving them just a little bit of extra targeted attention could genuinely extend your years of health and vitality. And please set aside any worries about needing to spend hours meticulously scrubbing in the bathroom or investing in expensive, exotic products. These are simple, incredibly practical, and entirely free tips that demand mere minutes of your day, but the ripple effect on your long-term health and well-being could be nothing short of life-altering. Stay with me through this vital information, because once you're armed with knowledge about these 5 key areas, you'll swiftly begin to notice tangible improvements: a fresher breath, enhanced balance, fewer aches and pains, and even a significantly more restorative sleep. Your tongue, the hidden health risk. You never think about, consider your home for a moment. You diligently clean your kitchen every single day, wiping down the counters, scrubbing the sink until it gleams, and routinely taking out the trash. But what if, unbeknownst to you, there was one surface in your home that was relentlessly accumulating layers of grime, harmful bacteria, and countless food particles, and you were completely, utterly ignoring it? This isn't just a hypothetical scenario, it's an unsettling reality playing out inside your mouth every single day when you neglect to clean your tongue properly. Your tongue is far more than just a flexible muscle, essential for eating and speaking. It's a bustling, fertile breeding ground for an astonishing array of bacteria. At any given moment, your tongue can host over 700 distinct types of microorganisms. While some of these are beneficial and aid in digestion, a significant number of them are insidious, capable of wreaking serious havoc on your health if left unchecked. And here's where the situation becomes truly serious. These harmful bacteria, thriving on your unclean tongue, can bypass your oral defenses and enter your bloodstream. This can happen through tiny, almost imperceptible cuts, or through inflamed gums, a common occurrence, especially as we age. The scientific community is increasingly linking poor tongue hygiene to a spectrum of severe health conditions, including various forms of heart disease, complications for individuals managing diabetes, and even an increased susceptibility to respiratory infections. Furthermore, a tongue coated with bacterial film can dull your natural sense of taste, making food less enjoyable and it significantly weakens your immune system, leaving your body more vulnerable. It's a primary, often unaddressed cause of persistent chronic bad breath. Think of your tongue as the crucial air filter within your home's heating or cooling system. If you continuously neglect to clean that filter, dust, debris, and allergens will inevitably build up. Soon enough, the air circulating throughout your entire home becomes stale, polluted, and undeniably unhealthy. The good news, however, is that keeping your tongue impeccably clean is remarkably simple, requires minimal time, and thankfully demands no expensive, specialized tools. The right way to clean your tongue. Achieving a healthy, clean tongue is a quick and effective process that can be integrated effortlessly into your daily routine. The most impactful tool for this is a tongue scraper. This small, incredibly inexpensive device is readily available at any drugstore and is vastly more effective at removing biofilm than simply brushing your tongue with a toothbrush alone. To use it correctly, gently scrape the surface of your tongue, moving steadily from the very back towards the front. It's crucial not to apply excessive pressure. Think of it like meticulously wiping down a delicate, dusty countertop. You want to be thorough in your removal of debris, but never aggressive or harsh. Repeat this motion 3 to 4 times. You'll often observe a thin, white, or yellowish film accumulating on the scraper. This visible residue is composed of bacteria and dead cells that your body is much better off without. After scraping, rinse your mouth thoroughly with water or an antibacterial mouthwash to completely flush away any remaining debris. Timing, too, plays a subtle but important role. In the morning, perform this cleansing routine before you eat breakfast. This efficiently removes the bacterial buildup that has accumulated overnight while you slept. In the evening, before bed, take a slightly slower and gentler approach, as your tongue might be a little more sensitive after a full day of activity and exposure. This simple 3-minute habit, when embraced consistently, has the potential to transform aspects of your health in ways you might never have anticipated. The surprising benefits of tongue cleaning. The rewards of regular tongue cleaning are both immediate and profound. Many older adults report a remarkable restoration of their sense of taste. After just a few weeks of consistent tongue care, flavors suddenly become more vibrant, more nuanced, and significantly more enjoyable. Imagine truly savoring your morning coffee or experiencing the full, rich taste of fresh fruit with the clarity you enjoyed in your younger years. Furthermore, by significantly reducing the bacterial load within your mouth, you provide a crucial boost to your immune system. Your body is constantly working hard to combat bacteria and pathogens. By alleviating a major source of this microbial burden, you free up your immune system's energy for other vital functions, making you more resilient against illness. And perhaps most delightfully, you can bid a definitive farewell to bad breath. Chronic halitosis is overwhelmingly caused by bacteria trapped on the surface of the tongue. While brushing your teeth is essential, it simply won't fully eradicate this source of odor, but a clean tongue will. Consider Linda, a vibrant 67-year-old retiree who decided to try tongue scraping after years of unknowingly neglecting this simple practice. Within just 3 months, she was astounded by how much better her food tasted. She hadn't even realized how much her sense of taste had diminished over time. At her next dental appointment, her dentist noted significantly less plaque buildup and remarkably healthier gums. Then there's Theodore, a 71-year-old retired teacher who had battled embarrassing bad breath for years. Despite diligently brushing and flossing, nothing seemed to work. He was skeptical when tongue scraping was suggested, but after a mere 2 weeks, his persistent problem completely vanished. He no longer worried about social interactions, and his confidence soared to new heights. Tips to make it easier. If you find you have a sensitive gag reflex, don't be discouraged. Begin by gently scraping from the middle of your tongue and gradually, slowly work your way further back as you become more comfortable and accustomed to the sensation. It's also wise to be attentive to any unusual signs. If you ever notice persistent soreness, white patches that don't go away, or any unusual discoloration, it's always best to consult your doctor. These could be indicators of an underlying issue that merits professional attention. Small, intentional habits, like consistent tongue cleaning, can create positive ripple effects, improving your long-term well-being in ways you might never have imagined. And here's the exciting part. This is just the first of 5 overlooked hygiene habits that hold the potential to add years of health and vitality to your life. Are you ready for the next revelation? Stay with me, because the next body part we'll discuss is often even more surprising and profoundly critical for your overall health. Cause your feet, the foundation of your health, that you might be neglecting. Take a genuine moment to ponder the incredible, tireless work your feet perform for you every single day. They bear your entire body weight, propelling you forward, keeping you mobile, and providing the essential balance that underpins every movement you make. Yet, for the vast majority of people, proper foot care remains a distant afterthought, perhaps a quick, unenthusiastic rinse in the shower, or a fleeting thought of lotion if it happens to cross their mind. However, what most people utterly fail to grasp is the profound consequence of neglecting proper foot hygiene. This oversight can cascade into a myriad of serious problems, from painful infections and insidious nerve damage to genuinely life-altering conditions, particularly for those managing diabetes. Poor foot care directly compromises your circulation, significantly impacts your balance, and can severely limit your mobility, placing you at a higher risk for debilitating falls, chronic swelling, and persistent, nagging pain. For anyone over the age of 50, foot health isn't merely about comfort. It is intrinsically linked to your entire overall well-being. Dr. Emma Harris, our expert in senior health, articulates this perfectly. Your feet are akin to the fundamental foundation of a house. If that base is weak, crumbling, or poorly maintained, everything constructed upon it, your posture, the health of your joints, even the efficiency of your heart, will inevitably begin to suffer. Therefore, it's absolutely imperative that we get serious about bestowing upon our feet the meticulous attention they so rightfully deserve, before small, manageable issues tragically escalate into far larger, more debilitating problems. Why foot care becomes more critical as you age. Your feet are masterpieces of biological engineering, incredibly complex structures designed for strength and flexibility. Each foot boasts an impressive 26 bones, 33 joints, and over 100 muscles, tendons, and ligaments, collectively representing a quarter of all the bones in your entire body. But as we gracefully, or sometimes less gracefully, age, our body's natural circulation system inevitably slows down. This means your feet, being furthest from the heart, are often the very first part of your body to display early warning signs of trouble. Persistent swelling or perpetually cold toes could be subtle, but important indicators of compromised circulation or even underlying cardiovascular issues. Any unexplained redness, unusual paleness, or noticeable changes in the skin texture could serve as early warnings of complications related to diabetes or even nerve damage. Experiencing persistent aching or burning sensations might point towards neuropathy, a condition that can profoundly affect your balance and coordination, making even simple movements challenging. And if you are living with diabetes, diligent foot care transcends mere comfort. It becomes a critical, non-negotiable strategy for preventing severe infections, non-healing ulcers, and in the most tragic cases, even limb amputations. So, what is the proactive solution? The right way to care for your feet. Every day, many mistakenly assume that simply allowing water to cascade over their feet while showering is sufficient. This assumption, however, is deeply flawed. You must approach foot hygiene with deliberate intention and precision. Begin by washing your feet thoroughly every single day. Utilize a soft washcloth and a mild, gentle soap to meticulously clean the tops, soles, and sides of your feet. Pay excruciatingly close attention to the often overlooked spaces between your toes. This is a prime, hidden sanctuary where bacteria and fungus absolutely love to hide and thrive. Think of it like cleaning window blinds. If you don't conscientiously wipe between each slat, dust and grime will relentlessly accumulate. Your toes demand the same meticulous attention. Always use warm, not hot, water. Excessively hot water can strip your skin of its natural moisture, making it overly dry and significantly more prone to painful cracks and infections. And critically, do not rush this process. Consider sitting down comfortably. A dedicated shower chair, the edge of your tub, or even a small stool can make this process far easier and more effective, ensuring you don't miss a spot. Once your feet are sparkling clean, your work is not yet done, because what you do next is equally, if not more, important. Drying your feet, the step most people skip, but shouldn't. You've just finished the thorough cleansing of your feet, and you might naturally assume you're done. But washing is, in truth, only half of this vital battle. Imagine, for a moment, that you've just washed a sink full of dishes. Would you ever stack them away in your cupboard while they are still soaking wet, allowing moisture to linger in dark, enclosed corners? Of course not. That trapped water would swiftly transform into a breeding ground for unsightly mold and harmful bacteria. Your feet operate on precisely the same principle. If you leave them damp, particularly between your toes, you are, quite literally, inviting a host of troubles into your life. Just ask Thomas, a spry 73-year-old retiree who learned this invaluable lesson the hard way. For years, he genuinely believed that simply rinsing his feet in the shower was sufficient. Then he began to notice a subtle, persistent discoloration appearing between his toes, a mark that stubbornly refused to disappear. A visit to his doctor confirmed what he never anticipated, a fungal infection. Like countless older adults, Thomas's feet spent hours each day encased within socks and shoes, creating a warm, moist, and dark environment. The absolute perfect incubator for bacteria and fungi to proliferate. His doctor issued a stern warning. Without proper, meticulous drying, the infection could spread, potentially leading to painful cracks or open sores. Yet, here's the truly encouraging part of Thomas's story. Once he committed wholeheartedly to washing and thoroughly drying his feet every single night, his infection completely cleared up within a matter of weeks. Even more astonishingly, his overall balance improved significantly, and the nagging discomfort he had felt while walking vanished entirely. His feet felt stronger, undeniably healthier, and far more stable, granting him a renewed sense of independence and freedom. The right way to dry your feet. Most individuals, even those with good intentions, still get this crucial step wrong. After washing, immediately reach for a soft, clean towel, ideally a dedicated foot towel to prevent the spread of bacteria. Meticulously dry every single part of your feet, the tops, the bottoms, and most importantly, the delicate skin between your toes. Be incredibly precise. Gently lift each toe slightly and dab, gently but firmly. Resist the urge to rub aggressively, as this can irritate the skin. The ultimate goal is to eliminate every last trace of moisture. Never, under any circumstances, leave your feet damp. Trapped moisture, especially between your toes, creates the absolute perfect conditions for fungal infections, such as the notoriously uncomfortable athlete's foot. Once your feet are completely, utterly dry, you're still not quite finished. Moisturize, but with precision. The final essential step is to moisturize, but with a critical caveat. As we age, the skin on our feet naturally loses moisture at a faster rate, leading to persistent dryness, uncomfortable peeling, and sometimes painful cracks, particularly during dry climates or harsh winter months. Apply a small, pea-sized dab of a good quality moisturizer to the tops and soles of your feet. Gently massage it into the skin to keep it soft, supple, and to effectively prevent those painful cracks. However, here's the crucial instruction. Never apply lotion between your toes. Why? Because any trapped moisture in these tight, enclosed spaces can entirely undo all your diligent hard work and actively encourage the very fungal growth you're trying to prevent. Think of it as a delicate balancing act, providing vital hydration where it is needed, while maintaining absolute dryness where it is necessary. Your feet, the early warning system for your health. Beyond the foundational practices of cleaning and drying, there is one more supremely critical habit to adopt: daily foot inspection. Much like the dashboard warning lights in your car signal potential problems, your feet can serve as a remarkable early warning system for more significant underlying health issues. Take a deliberate moment each day to carefully check your feet for any new patches of discoloration, whether it's unusual redness, persistent pale skin, or any dark spots. Look for any persistent soreness that lingers longer than usual, or any small cuts, cracks, or sores that seem reluctant to heal quickly. Be mindful of any unexplained swelling, persistently cold toes, or any tingling sensations. These could be subtle, yet powerful, warning signs of serious issues like compromised circulation, active infections, or complications related to diabetes. Do not, under any circumstances, brush these observations aside. If something doesn't look right or simply doesn't feel right, always consult your doctor. Catching problems early on can prevent substantial long-term damage and preserve your mobility and independence. Your feet are your steadfast companions, carrying you through every step of life's journey, so treat them with the profound care and respect they deserve. And now that we've thoroughly covered foot hygiene, let's transition to another often neglected body part and explore why its care might be impacting your overall health far more profoundly than you could ever imagine. Your armpits, more than just sweat and odor, a hidden key to your immune health. Most people reflexively consider their armpits as little more than a necessary spot for deodorant, a place to swiftly mask sweat and odor before venturing out into the world. Yet, what almost no one fully comprehends is the absolutely crucial role your underarms play in your body's sophisticated ability to detoxify itself and vigorously fight off infections. That's right, your armpits are far more than a mere sweaty inconvenience. They are strategic locations housing an intricate network of lymph nodes. These small but incredibly powerful structures are the unsung heroes of your immune system, tirelessly working to filter out toxins, efficiently drain waste products from your tissues, and maintain the robust strength of your body's defenses. What unfolds when these vital areas are neglected? A relentless buildup of sweat, bacteria, and dead skin cells inevitably occurs, clogging pores and leading to intensely itchy rashes, persistent irritation, and an odor that seems impervious to even the strongest deodorant. Over time, the accumulated residue from antiperspirants and deodorants can further exacerbate this problem, effectively trapping toxins and even contributing to inflammation of the crucial lymph nodes located within this area. If left unaddressed, these clogged pores in your underarms can tragically transform into painful infections or even abscesses, problems that demand significantly more effort, time, and discomfort to resolve than they ever would to simply prevent. Dr. Helen Carter, a renowned expert in lymphatic health, explains this complex process with refreshing simplicity. Your underarms function much like a natural drainage system for your body. If they become clogged with product buildup, bacteria, and sweat, your body's ability to efficiently eliminate waste is severely compromised. Over an extended period, this chronic inefficiency can significantly weaken your overall immune response. Therefore, if you've been inadvertently skipping proper underarm care, relying solely on your deodorant to carry the entire burden for you, it is unequivocally time to implement a vital change. How to properly clean your underarms. The technique for properly cleaning your underarms is surprisingly straightforward, yet commonly misunderstood. Begin your routine in the shower with comfortably warm water. This warmth is crucial as it helps to gently open your pores, making it significantly easier to effectively remove accumulated sweat and debris. Use a soft washcloth or a gentle sponge. Remember, the skin in your underarm area is delicate, so always avoid scrubbing too aggressively. Instead, employ gentle, varied motions. Start with circular movements, then switch to an up and down motion, and finally, side to side. Think of it like polishing a fragile, precious piece of crystal. This meticulous approach ensures you thoroughly remove all buildup without irritating the sensitive skin. When selecting your cleansing agent, choose the right soap. Harsh, heavily scented soaps can disrupt your skin's natural, delicate pH balance. Instead, opt for a mild, fragrance-free cleanser to prevent the onset of rashes and irritation. Most critically, rinse completely. Any soap residue left behind can dry out the skin, leading to persistent itching and discomfort. Ensure you rinse until the water running off your skin is perfectly clear, with no lingering suds. For Olivia, a 65-year-old retired teacher, neglecting this extra, careful rinsing step led to years of recurring, frustrating underarm rashes. She mistakenly assumed it was just an unavoidable part of aging. However, after switching to a mild, unscented soap and adopting a more intentional, thorough washing and rinsing routine, she witnessed a remarkable transformation. I used to deal with irritated, bumpy skin constantly, she recalls. But once I learned to wash my underarms properly and rinse thoroughly, it was like night and day. Those issues just vanished entirely. The right way to dry and care for your underarms. Why it matters more than you think. Once you've meticulously washed and thoroughly rinsed your underarms, the very next step is equally important, yet frequently overlooked, properly drying them. If you've ever carelessly tossed damp clothes into a hamper and forgotten about them, you're intimately familiar with the consequence. They quickly begin to smell musty and become a thriving environment for bacterial growth. The identical principle applies if moisture is allowed to linger under your arms after a shower. Why is this such a significant problem? Damp skin creates the absolutely perfect, warm, and dark environment for both bacteria and fungi to proliferate rapidly. Residual moisture can swiftly lead to irritation, redness, and even the formation of uncomfortable rashes. Furthermore, persistently clogged pores in your underarms can result in painful bumps, irritating ingrown hairs, or even serious infections. The simple, effective fix: dry with meticulous care. Upon exiting the shower, gently pat your underarms dry. Crucially, do not rub aggressively, as this can create tiny, microscopic abrasions where bacteria can readily settle. Always use a soft, clean towel. Just as with your feet, having a dedicated towel for sensitive body areas helps prevent the inadvertent spread of bacteria. After drying, allow your underarms to air out for a brief moment before immediately reaching for your deodorant. Why this brief pause? This crucial interval allows your skin to settle, significantly reducing the risk of irritation and helping your deodorant work far more effectively throughout the day. Once thoroughly dry, you might already notice an immediate difference. Your underarm skin will feel remarkably smoother, notably less irritated, and unmistakably fresher. Why underarm hygiene impacts your overall health. Here's a truly fascinating and often ignored fact. Your armpits are home to over 20 crucial lymph nodes, quietly and diligently working to filter toxins and provide robust support to your immune system. This profound connection means that proper underarm hygiene isn't merely about maintaining freshness or preventing odor. It is a small yet incredibly powerful way to actively protect your body's fundamental defenses. Try incorporating this simple routine for just 1 week, and you might be genuinely surprised by the tangible results. Expect smoother underarm skin, entirely free from clogged pores and rough texture. Experience significantly less irritation and redness, precisely because bacteria and sweat buildup won't have a chance to linger and cause trouble. And notice a remarkable reduction in overall body odor, because when you effectively remove the bacteria that are the root cause, there's nothing left to fuel those unpleasant smells. Olivia, the 65-year-old retired teacher, was utterly amazed by the profound difference proper underarm care made in her daily comfort. After years of dealing with persistent irritation and bumps, she finally experienced lasting relief, all from a simple, intentional tweak to her hygiene routine. And here's something even more intriguing. Many people report an overall boost in their sense of well-being simply by paying closer attention to their underarms. Why? Because your lymphatic system, your body's inherent natural detox network, relies entirely on clear, unobstructed pathways to perform its job effectively. When your underarm area is perpetually clogged with sweat, bacteria, and product buildup, your body is forced to work significantly harder to flush out toxins. But when you take better, more intentional care of this vital area, your body's natural cleansing process is profoundly improved, leading to a noticeable increase in energy, better circulation, and an overall lighter, fresher feeling that permeates your entire being. Breathe better, live better. The hidden impact of nasal hygiene. We inhale and exhale nearly 20,000 times every single day. This constant, rhythmic act of breathing is so automatic, so fundamental, that we rarely give a second thought to its quality. Yet, here's a crucial truth. Most people are simply not breathing as efficiently or as effectively as they could be. Over time, persistently, poor breathing habits can stealthily drain your energy reserves, severely disrupt your sleep patterns, and even subtly impair your brain function. Your nose, in its ingenious design, is one of the most powerful natural air filters on the planet, meticulously engineered to sift out dust, allergens, and potentially harmful bacteria long before they ever reach the delicate tissues of your lungs. But much like the air filter in your home's HVAC system requires regular cleaning or replacement, your nasal passages demand consistent, mindful maintenance as well. What happens when you neglect the intricate work of your nose? Microscopic irritants, common dust, pervasive pollen, and ubiquitous pollutants steadily accumulate within your nasal passages, making it increasingly difficult for your body to effectively filter out harmful particles. Your delicate airways become inflamed, leading to frequent stuffy noses, disruptive snoring, and consistently restless, unrefreshing sleep. Research has increasingly linked poor nasal hygiene to higher rates of respiratory infections and even a measurable reduction in the crucial oxygen flow to your brain, which can contribute to brain fog and diminished cognitive clarity. Think about it this way. If your nose, your body's primary respiratory gatekeeper, isn't functioning at its optimal capacity, then neither is the rest of your body. Your nose, the ultimate defense system. Helen Carter, a respected respiratory health expert, vividly describes the nose's profound importance. Your nose acts as a built-in, highly sophisticated security system for your entire body. It meticulously filters out undesirable elements, perfectly humidifies the air you breathe, and steadfastly ensures your lungs receive the cleanest, healthiest oxygen possible. But just like any crucial filter, if it becomes clogged and neglected, everything downstream, every other part of your respiratory system inevitably suffers. Furthermore, as we mature, our body's natural defense mechanisms tend to slow down slightly. This means that maintaining impeccably clean nasal passages becomes even more critically important, not just for immediate comfort, but for the fundamental pillars of better breathing, deeper, more restorative sleep, and robust overall health and vitality. So, what is the most effective way to care for this vital, often overlooked organ? How to properly clean your nose and why it matters more than you think. To truly care for your nose and unlock its full potential, start your day with a simple, gentle nasal rinse. A quick splash of warm water around your nostrils can work wonders in clearing away the dust and mucus that inevitably build up overnight. For a deeper, more therapeutic cleansing, consider using a saline spray or even a neti pot. Saline sprays are like a refreshing, invigorating shower for your nose, expertly flushing out irritants and significantly improving airflow. A neti pot, a small teapot-like device, can be a true game changer if you frequently suffer from seasonal allergies or persistent congestion, offering a thorough and deeply cleansing flush of your sinus passages. To further open up your airways, embrace the power of steam. Taking a warm, steamy shower or simply inhaling steam from a bowl of hot water can effectively loosen stubborn mucus and make breathing feel effortlessly easier. Elevate this experience by adding a few drops of invigorating eucalyptus or peppermint oil to the water. The cooling sensation can instantly soothe your nasal passages and provide an immediate, refreshing boost to your breathing. Be mindful of how you blow your nose. Many people inadvertently blow too hard, which can tragically force mucus deeper into the sinuses, leading to increased irritation and painful pressure. The optimal way is to gently clear one nostril at a time into a soft tissue, then always wash your hands thoroughly to keep germs from spreading. The life-changing benefits of better nasal care. When you begin to pay intentional attention to your nasal hygiene, you might be astonished by the surprising and almost immediate benefits. Expect clearer breathing with significantly less congestion, fewer annoying sniffles, and noticeably better airflow throughout your entire day. Look forward to deeper, more restful sleep, free from the disruptions of waking up stuffy and the incessant interruptions caused by snoring. Experience improved energy levels. With more oxygen efficiently reaching your brain, you'll notice less brain fog and a greater sense of alertness and mental clarity. You'll also likely experience fewer allergy flare-ups, as regular nasal care helps to consistently keep irritants flushed out of your system before they have a chance to trigger a reaction. Consider James, a 69-year-old retired construction worker who endured chronic congestion for decades. "I spent years assuming my stuffy nose was just a normal part of aging," he shared. "But once I started using a saline spray and breathing in steam each morning, it was like someone flipped a switch. I could finally breathe again, truly breathe." Then there's Bella, a vibrant 76-year-old gardening enthusiast who consistently woke up feeling stuffy and sluggish. It felt like my head was full of cotton every morning, she recounted. But once I made nasal care a regular part of my routine, I started waking up refreshed instead of groggy. I never realized how much my breathing was affecting my energy. These are not isolated incidents. These are common, transformative experiences that await those who embrace mindful nasal hygiene. The smallest change that can make a big difference. It is truly incredible how something as seemingly minor as diligently cleaning your belly button can have such a noticeable and positive impact on your overall hygiene and sense of personal comfort. Yet, it makes perfect sense when we remember that our bodies are intricate, interconnected systems, and even the smallest, most overlooked areas can create subtle, yet significant ripple effects on our entire well-being. Jane, a spry 78-year-old retiree, never once gave much thought to her belly button. However, she consistently noticed a faint, musty smell that she couldn't quite pinpoint. I kept thinking it was my clothes, or perhaps my soap, or even my diet, she confessed. Then, I started making belly button cleaning an intentional part of my daily routine, and to my astonishment, the smell completely disappeared. But that wasn't the only benefit. The skin around her stomach also began to feel noticeably softer and significantly healthier. This phenomenon is not uncommon, especially as we age. Hormonal shifts, certain medications, and a natural slowing of skin cell turnover can subtly affect our body's natural scent and the overall health of our skin. A small, intentional habit like this can restore a sense of freshness and proactively prevent discomfort in ways you might never have expected. When to take extra caution. Warning signs to watch for while routine. Gentle cleaning is generally all that's needed to keep your belly button fresh and free of problems. It's always wise to pay close attention to any unusual or persistent changes. Always consult a doctor if you notice persistent redness or irritation, as this could be an early indicator of an infection. Be vigilant for any unusual discharge or persistent itching, which may point towards a bacterial or fungal issue. Also, seek medical advice for any pain that doesn't subside, especially if you have a history of piercings. Old piercings, even those that healed years ago, can sometimes develop hidden infections much later in life. For individuals with diabetes or compromised immune systems, even small infections can escalate rapidly if left untreated. This is precisely why a simple, daily cleanse can serve as an easy, yet incredibly powerful, first line of defense. Got a pierced belly button? Here's what you need to know. Even if your belly button piercing healed flawlessly years ago, it is unequivocally not maintenance-free. Why? Because the jewelry itself can act as a trap for bacteria, sweat, and dead skin cells, creating a perfect environment for irritation or even infection. Furthermore, a piercing hole never truly closes. It remains a small, internal pocket where buildup can readily accumulate. If you have a piercing, make it a point to dedicate an extra moment each day to gently clean around the jewelry with warm water and a mild soap. Always dry it completely to prevent any moisture from sitting and lingering within the piercing channel. Regularly check for any signs of redness or increased sensitivity, as these are often early indicators of buildup or a developing infection. Small changes, big payoff. Who would have thought that paying closer attention to just 5 commonly overlooked body parts could wield such a profound impact on your overall health, daily hygiene, and even your personal confidence? From the delicate surface of your tongue to the hard-working soles of your feet, the vital lymphatic hubs in your armpits, the crucial filter of your nose, and even the often forgotten crevice of your belly button, these tiny, incredibly easy-to-implement habits hold the power to significantly reduce infections and irritation, dramatically boost your circulation and immune health, and leave you feeling consistently fresher, cleaner, and more energized every single day. Now, it's truly your turn to reflect. What was the most surprising revelation you encountered today? Which of these simple yet powerful habits are you committed to integrating into your daily routine starting now? Share your thoughts and insights in the comments below. And if you found these indispensable tips genuinely helpful, consider supporting this vital information by hitting the like button and subscribing for more straightforward, science-backed ways to live your absolute best, most vibrant life. Thank you for investing your time in your health, and I look forward to connecting with you again soon.